Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a rectangular box that opens up like this. It measures 5 by 3 by 1, and I'm using one of the online exclusive sets. This is Horse and Sleigh stamp set and Horse and Sleigh dies. Alright, there's a couple of tree dies, like this tree here doesn't have a stamp because it's kind of thin. But there's 2 trees on here, and the little bunny, some sayings, and the horse and sleigh. I can see myself using just the sleigh. Once I get some treats for Christmas and stuff, I can use that. I just tried what would fit in here, and the Tuxedo Black Ink pad plus an inker will fit in. That just gives you an idea of how much you could fit in. Alright, so today I'm using also the new DSP that was exclusive called One Horse Open Sleigh. It's got a lot of like kind of woodsy scenes plus some different colors in there too. So what we need today is a piece of cherry cobbler that is 8 3/4 by 7. Some basic white for stamping. I'm gonna be using the old Stamparatus that is now retired, but there are several platforms out there. I think Misty is one of them that you can use because this is a very long stamp and I don't have a block long enough right now, so I'm gonna use that. Alright, so we need basic white for stamping. I cut out from the dies the two different snowdrifts out of basic white, and then from the One Horse Open Sleigh we need 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 2 3/4, 2 that are 3/4 by 4 3/4, and 2 that are 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right. Okay, so let me get my Simply Scored. This is my host code if you're going to be purchasing anything that is under $150 total, not including tax and shipping. Please put that in and I'll send you a little something. Alright, we're going to start on the 8 3/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 3/4, 1 3/4, 4 3/4, and 5 3/4. Turn it to the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1 and at 6. Alright, and I did get a comment telling me that they're not getting notifications for most of their craft people that they watch on YouTube. So, I was wondering because my viewership has been down. I thought it was just for summer, but I guess no one's getting notifications. So they say to click the notification off and then on again. And also, if you want to join my Facebook group, which is In the Pink Designs by Cathryn Paper Crafts group, I always post it on there. I usually do videos Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, occasionally I miss one, but that's when I usually upload them. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing. How I want us to start is have it vertical, okay? And on the bottom is the 3/4 inch strip, and on the top is this big 3-inch piece there. All right, and this is what we're going to be doing. All right, so we're going to start over on the left. We're going to go to the first score line and cut it to the second score line. Get rid of that rectangle on the bottom and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line. Get rid of this rectangle on the bottom and wedge each side of the square. Okay. Now we're going to turn it so that our flap is over here on the right, and we're going to go to that first score line, cut it to the first score line, next score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge both sides of this square. Okay, now turn it so that our flap here is over to the left. We're going to go to the second score line, cut it to the first score line, next score line, cut it to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of the square. Okay, now we just need to get a corner rounder, and this 3/4 inch piece up here, we're just going to round both sides. Okay, and that is what your cardstock should look like after you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, now we're going to connect these two tabs here to the piece that doesn't have the flap attached. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each tab, and we're going to connect the score line on the tab with the side of this rectangle here, and just make sure those lines are straight, and the same on the other side. Okay, and then we're going to put glue on this rectangle here that is under the tabs. And we're going to pick it up and match them up with this rectangle here. Just make sure that the sides are relatively straight with each other. Okay, and that is your box. All right, now we need our DSP, One Horse Open Sleigh DSP this is, and this is a mossy metal pattern. The two pieces that are 4 3/4 by 2 3/4 are going to go on the front and the back. The pieces that are 3/4 by 4 3/4, the long sides, and the ones that are 3/4 by 2 3/4, the short sides. And all of these measurements will be on my blog, and I'm going to put them on with liquid glue. Okay, now we're going to let this dry a minute, and we're going to I'm going to use my Stamparatus, which is now discontinued, but you can get one that's called the Misty, and I think there's some other ones on the market also. So I'm going to put my piece of basic white on there, and I'm going to put the magnets down. Now, if you have one, be careful with your magnets, because I broke this one. It just, before I knew it, I was picking them all up, and one of them just exploded on me. All right, so then I'm going to put my stamp set under there to help me out, and I'm going to ink it up with Tuxedo Black. And if you don't have one of these, you just can do both sides and then just join them together. Go a little bit over half so that you can figure out where each piece goes. Oops, can't put that magnet there. All right, and then I'm gonna press down on this and pick it up, and there you go. All right, now there is a die for this whole thing. I'm gonna cut that out. That's right here, and I'll be right back. All right, and now I'm going to be using a few Stampin Blends. I'm going to use light and dark cherry cobbler, light and dark, I think it's pecan pie, dark smoky slate, dark mossy meadow, and this one is the SU 1000. But you can use petal pink too. All right, so now first let's do the sleigh, and I'm going to use light and dark cherry cobbler. I'm going to do dark cherry cobbler up on this piece that's at the top. All right, and then I'm also going to do her coat, the lady's coat. I think this is a muffler, so I'm just going to do the muffler also. You could leave that white if you wanted to. All right, and then the inside, of the sleigh right here I'm going to do in the light cherry cobbler, and then the rest of the sleigh. Okay. Also with dark cherry cobbler, I'm going to do this piece of the horse's gear here. The little cap thing on the back of his or her head. And these pieces here. Is this the bit, I think? All right. Okay, now with dark mossy meadow, I'm going to do the man's hat and his coat. Oops, this was the man. Sorry about that. Maybe it's a blanket. That's a little bit weird looking now. Sorry about that. All right. And then for the faces and the hands, I'm going to do this SU 1000. All right. I'm really sorry about that. Sometimes it's just really hard to see what it is in this. That's something I don't like about the stamp set. In here is kind of jumbly. All right, and down, I missed a piece of the coat. Okay, I think these two pieces here sticking up are snowshoes. I'm thinking that. So I was going to do those in dark smoky slate. I think they're snowshoes. All right. And then I'm going to do the hooves with dark smoky slate also. Okay. Then I'm going to take dark pecan pie, and I'm going to do the horse, not the mane, none of the hair, no mane or tail. Okay. And then with light pecan pie, I'm going to do the tail and the mane. Okay. And then, oops, I forgot her hat in dark cherry cobbler. Alrighty. And then I'm going to finish in these pieces of the sleigh with the dark smoky slate. Now, I think I'm going to fill in this piece too. I wasn't sure about it, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. But I'm going to show you this one because this one I did the coat correctly. Alrighty. There'll be pictures on my blog too. Alright, now make sure I have the front. I'm going to take a small circle punch and I'm just going to take a little piece out of the back just so that it's easier to open. Alright, and then we're going to get the two pieces of snow, and I'm going to put them about 1/8 of an inch up from the bottom of the DSP, and I'm going to overlap them so they come about right to the edge. I'm going to put the small one in the back and the large one in the front. Okay, and now the large. And actually, I think, no, that's fine. I'm just going to go like this. And this one, I overlapped this one onto the big one, but it really doesn't matter. Either way is fine. Okay. And then I'm going to put mini dimensionals and dimensionals on the back. I'm going to put mini dimensionals first, and I'm just going to put them wherever there is a small little spot where I think, oops, I think I can fit a mini so that it stays nice and secure. Too. All right, and then I'll put regular dimensionals everywhere else I want to put it. Okay, and then I'm going to have the sleigh just kind of hit it a little bit, and the horse's hooves are mostly going to be right on top of it. Alrighty. Then for almost the final touch, for 2 final touches, I'm going to take some Festive Pearls, and I'm going to use the red ones, and I'm going to put 3. I'm not sure what this is called. I can't remember. I did horseback ride when I was younger, but I don't remember what this piece is. Okay, and then we're going to use these Adhesive back Snowflakes, and I'm going to use the sticky one, the pointy one I mean. I'm going to put a small one right there, a medium size one, all white, I'm using all white, right there, and then another small one up here. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. The link to my shop is below, along with the link to my blog that has all of the measurements. And if you have any questions, my email is down there. Okay. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And remember, if you're not getting notifications, just hit the notification bell and then unhit it. Okay. On the 26th, I get to see the new products for the new mini catalog, but I get to order them, I think, right in the beginning of August. So soon we'll have some more Christmas and Halloween and fall things to play with. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.